make our lives easier. That's it.
Thank you, Riaz. Lakshita, what is your advice to peers who are still not sure if they should team up with technology?
I advise all my fellow beings to indulge in technology at a right age. It is very important because technology has a very bright future and it will be very important to learn and cope up with technology. Also, if they have to stand out in the society, they have to team up with technology. And also, to create a bright future, they have to be familiar to the use of brilliant innovations happening around the world.
Thank you, Lakshita. You're truly an inspiration to all the young girls. Riaz, the next question is for you. How and when should parents limit kids on the use of technology?
Nowadays, people, especially young parents, use technology as a way out of things. They use technology as a distraction for their children. Like when their child is not eating his or her food, they put on a song or a cartoon to make them eat food. And as time goes on, this goes on to become a habit. Indeed, we cannot keep children away from technology, but put a we can definitely put a limit on it. They could engage with the children using board games or sports. And it's not that technology is bad for the new generation, but the way it is being used can be changed to do something productive.
Thank you, Riaz. I'm sure all of us agree with you. This is a reminder to the audience that they can write down their questions in the chat box. The queries will be addressed later on. We've also shared the link of the Google form in the chat box. Kindly fill it so that we can keep you updated about the upcoming webinars. Thank you. The next question is for you, Bhavya. How do you encourage your peers to be more enthusiastic about technology?
All my peers have interest in their own favorite subjects for choosing their fields. But as you all know that all the fields are somehow related to technology. Many are somehow related to technology. Many friends of mine have basic understanding of it, but they aren't as advancedly familiar to technology as the students doing robotics regularly. By saying on a large scale, very few of my friends are tech enthusiasts, whereas most of them aren't. But if they're provided with proper exposure to technology, they might start developing interest in this field too. As we all know that in a coming generation, everyone should have a basic understanding of science and technology. Thus, it would be apt for children to engage in technology at understanding technology at such a young age.
I think all of us should be equipped with the basic knowledge and skills of technology. Lakshita, at what age did you start learning these skills and how has it helped you in deciding your career?
I don't remember the particular age when I started learning robotics, but as I mentioned, I grew up in a technological environment. So it always helped me in academics, especially in core subjects like science and maths, which helped building my foundation since the starting of my studies. So adapting to new technology is surely difficult for the older youth, but it seems almost inversely as easy for the younger folks. So today technology is not the only thing that seems to put kids leaps and bounds ahead of older generation, but yes, it also has to do with the way they learn and absorb the information given to them and use it productively.
I'm sure this will help us get a clearer vision to many of our young audience. Riaz, the last question is for you. We would like to know more about your journey as a tech enthusiast and how has it helped you in deciding your career path?
I was always very fascinated by watching videos of robots and drones, etc. But I had never gotten an opportunity to try these things out myself. I used to experiment a little at home, but did not have a proper platform for it. After joining VisRobo, I had a proper platform to try these things. I started with simple projects, which were based on basic concepts. Over time, I developed more interest in this field and started working on complex projects with my fellow teammates. This helped in my overall growth and helped me to attain a lot of knowledge in this field. Then, in 2018, I was given the opportunity to go to Dubai for an international tournament. This was my first tournament in this field. We trained hard for the competition and secured third place. We even went to PAU for showcasing our projects on World Environment Day. I really think that this experience has helped me a lot in my life, and now I see myself in the future clearly as making robots.
Thank you for sharing your journey, Riaz. It motivated and inspired each one of us. Thank you so much to our young yet brilliant panelists for sharing their journey. Each one of them did a fantastic job in helping us get a clearer vision for our future. Now, I would like to welcome on board the lady with the vision, the lady who started the legacy of the robotics to equip the kids with the brain development mechanisms, Mrs. Dimple Verma, to enlighten us with the informative words.
Thank you, Abhi. Thank you so much. And thank you to all my young panels. I think your views, your thoughts must have inspired all the children and the parents, watching you guys. So I think you are a big role model for all of them. So if I talk about young children, I feel they are the natural learners. I think their minds are full of innovation and ideas, which they construct by their own experiences within the environment provided. So I feel science and technology is for everyone. See, we are now living in a global economy with a knowledge-based marketplace where I think we can measure the success with what we do and what all we know. So technology has definitely helped us in, accelerating the pace of change, almost retooling every aspect of our daily lives, from say how we communicate, how we travel, to how we shop, and also how we receive medical care, and lot many things if we talk about. Also, if I talk about schools, many of which earlier, they were very slow in embracing this innovation. But yes, now they are also beginning to, engage in this digital revolution. So technology will always be a part of our lives for the rest of our lives, I think. So I would like to mention that just like we have rules of conduct in our real life, we must have, smart rules to conduct in digital life. So the presence of this technology, it will force our children to have the skills to navigate it and keep up with it for later use once they get older. So now we have a lot of questions like related to artificial intelligence. That's a buzzword these days. What all is artificial intelligence? So like intelligence, if we talk about, is there, but if we talk about artificial, so it's impacting our future. Virtually, we talk about every industry and every human being. So AI has actually acted as a main driver of emerging technologies. If we talk about, big data, cloud computing, robotics, Internet of Things. For example, in different segments, let's say if we talk about transportation, we are using driverless cars. Tesla is the biggest example. If I talk about manufacturing, so, we have AI powered robots that are also performing things like stacking, assembling. If we talk about healthcare, we have robots doing surgeries. Maybe they can diagnose the disease more accurately and quickly. If we talk about education, we have virtual tutors. We are also coming up with textbooks which are, digitized. If we talk about, say, service segment, we also have AI assistants, which can actually place human-like calls. So, I feel this revolution is just the beginning. So we have many more to come. So I think we all should adapt with this future technology well in advance so that we are well prepared to cope up with the times to come in future. I think, Avni, it's time to take the questions from our audience. So let's take up the questions and hear from our young panel. They can share their views. Over to Avni.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your advice and making us more aware about robotics and how learning technology is the need of the hour. The panel is now open to questions. The first question is for Lakshita. Are robots going to take over the world in future times to come?
What I think, robots will definitely take over the world, take over some tasks, but precisely humans will be the ones who will be creating those robots. So there's no need to worry about the robots taking over. They'll officially be a help to everybody. They'll obviously take over some tasks, but humans will be the one designing, programming, and coding them.
Thank you,
And I would
Lakshita.
like to add here, Abhi, that if we talk about that robots are going to take over, yes, definitely it's going to take over. But with that, I would like to add that it will also add up so many jobs. It will create those future jobs, and we'll see our children working for those jobs which we have actually never dreamt of. So that's the scenario where, we want that we should foresee ourselves in that, we should position ourselves in that environment.
Thank you, ma'am. My next question is for Bhavya. How do you balance your studies and your tech time?
Actually, there is no need to manage my studies and my tech time because they are interrelated. As we know that robotics has a great relation with science and maths, basically science. So the things that I learn in robotics help me in my studies, and the thing that I study in school help me in robotics. So because of this, I'm able to do both of them very well.
Thank you, Bhavya. The next
Avni, I
question
would like to take one question from the audience. Somebody is asking what's the right age to start robotics?
is right, ma'am.
Definitely, we can say for a certain set of skills, we need a age where a child can actually focus on. But to me, I have a very very different view. We can have learning at any age. So age is just a number. But definitely, we need certain development of the mind to learn and understand those skills, and we actually start building that foundation at the age of 5. And by the time they are up to 14 or 15, they are fully developed to enhance or to actually apply that technology, their skills in the future environment world where we see all the things getting automated day by day. So I think we can start as early. That's why we are working on the very grassroots levels. We are working on school children so that we can actually tell them that it's not an age, but yes, as Lakshit also told, that she has lived with technology. So it all depends upon the kind of environment. So children will definitely come out with their own ideas, with their own innovations, but with their own experiences also. So that's very very important to focus at an early age. I suggest that.
Thank you for your input, ma'am. My next question is for Riaz. What kind of jobs do you think will be available in the future?
I think that the possible jobs for future will be coders and programmers. As we all know that robots will be able to do most of the tasks which humans do right now. So the main jobs would basically be programming, as Lakshita already said, programming and building robots.
Thank you, Riaz. Lakshita, would you like to elaborate more about artificial intelligence?
Um, Dimple ma'am has very keen and she knows more about it, so I guess she'll be able to elaborate it in a way that audience would prefer.
Right. Dimple ma'am, over to you.
Today is the world where, you know, we are heading into automation. These are the buzzwords we are hearing from everyone. So, you know, it's a completely different technology, but yes, we all are living with it. And in times to come, we actually have to see that, you know, we will be using these technological skills throughout in our lives. See, I feel is, you know, the best of the innovation is that will go, you know, useless if we are not skilled enough to use it. So it's very important to understand what all is AI. So it's all related to, you know, we talk about doing things, you know, where a lot of, we can, you know, sync with the things, what all you want to connect with. We talk about technology, we talk about internet of things. So I think this artificial intelligence, AI, is gonna, you know, take over all the jobs, where they are going to create that future, which is very, very important. Automation. So, you, like you, if we, as I told you, mention you about, you know, different segments. Say we talked about transportation. So that is AI. So, you know, you are using Alexas, you are using Google Assistant. So they're all based on AI. So that's basically a tool which enables us, which makes our tasks easy, and wherein, you know, we are getting all the things done without human intervention. So that's wherein, you know, we are trying to create this awareness that yes, this technology is very, very important. And if we talk about, you know, this crisis, this pandemic, nobody was prepared enough. If we talk about children, you know, they are not going to schools, they are not, you know, going to tuition classes. We were not prepared enough, teachers were not prepared enough. But yes, this time has, you know, forced us to, all of us, to adapt it. So that's what I want to mention, that we must be prepared enough, and we should foresee, we should see our future in a bright way, and we should prepare ourselves well in advance.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us a clearer vision about that. This is to remind the audience that we have shared the link of the Google Forms in the chat box. Please fill it so that we can keep you updated about the upcoming webinars. If anyone has any other queries, they can drop it in our mail and so that we can get back to you with it. Thank you so much, audience, for sparing your valuable time. I'm sure this session will help you plan the best for yourselves and your children. Deep gratitude to all the panelists for sparing their time out of their busy schedule of incessant online classes. I wish the best of luck to each one of you for your bright future. May this pandemic pass soon and we emerge winners in our daily lives. Once again, thank you, Dimple ma'am, for organizing such a meaningful webinar. This is Avni Gupta signing off. Stay safe, stay home, and keep learning.
Thank you everyone.